Cracking feels I'm sitting on the ground here.
These cameras are rolling already. Oh, there's no camera here.
No, just that one.
Oh.
What are the rollers at all, is there? Right, okay, so you wanted to do a mock par 3 test today?
I would a bit iffy, but I thought, yeah, I've only had seven sessions, and I'm picking it up, but I just wanted to see roughly where I am.
Okay.
Because I'm not treating it as though, yeah, it is a mock test, but if I fail miserably, it ain't going to make me go, oh, I'm fed up and all that.
Alright.
Because I know I'm going to do it.
That's what I like. Yeah, that's what I like, positive
And
attitude.
I've been out with girlfriend. We've had 2 or 3 lessons last week, and we aren't instructing hardly at all. She did everything perfect. She'd driven 5 years ago, but I always feel, because it's a real learner, you feel more at ease. It might be because if you make a mistake, you know you're not going to get pulled up.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Whereas when I'm sat in here with you and Bob, you always think, I know you're portraying part of a learner, but I know that you're not a learner. And you're going to pick up on every detail.
A hurdle you have to get over, isn't it? It's all a mindset, really, isn't it? But just try and treat me just like any other learner that you might take out. Now, how do you want to do this? Do you want to do it the full hour with the 2, phase 1, the phase 2, with no break in between or anything? We'll just go for it and do the full hour, then come back and do the feedback.
Yeah.
Or we can do a half an hour, then have a chat about it, and then do the other half. The phase 2 is a half an hour, and have a chat about it. And
So
then
if we
keep
do
it as a proper test.
So if we do half an hour and have a chat, will that be out of roll? No.
Yes, it would, yeah. So then you'd have a break before you get into the next phase, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, go on, we'll do that then. Do you think that's the best way?
I'm going to do a bob on you now. It's not what I think, is it? Yeah? It's how you feel. But I suppose a true mock test is just a full hour, isn't it?
Yeah.
A true test. But that's entirely up to you what you want to do.
I'd rather split it up at this moment.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that alright?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, in answer to your other question is, no, you can't choose which mock test you do, regardless of how client-centred you might want to be.
That was just me messing about.
Yeah, well, this ain't going to happen. All right, so we're going to do PST number 10. Phase 1 is the meet, cross, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know the phase 2 is the progress hesitancy and normal rope positioning. Okay?
Yeah.
Right, so if you would like to get any notes or anything at all that you feel you're going to need or you need any help with.
Phase 1.
Yeah.
Meet, cross, overtake, adequate clearance.
That's the one. Okay. So, are you happy to start now?
No. What's your name?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Oh.
Are you happy to go?
Just give me 2 minutes just to get things. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay. Right, so for the purpose of this exercise, I'd like you to call me Val.
Yeah.
My usual instructor has been taken ill this morning, so that's why you've stepped in and come along to do my lesson for me. We'd agreed that we were going to look at the way I was meeting traffic, have a look at the way I was leaving adequate clearance to stationary vehicles at the side of the road, and also anticipation skills in general, because these are things I've not really covered before.
Yeah.
So if you can help me along with that, I would appreciate it. I'm familiar with the make and model of car though, because this is just like the one that I've had all my other lessons in.
Yeah.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go into roll. You can start when you're ready.
Yeah. Pleased to meet you, Val. My name's Darren.
Hiya, Darren.
Do you mind if I call you Val?
No, that's fine. Thanks.
I hear that your instructor's been taken ill. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And so they've got in touch with me and they've asked me if I'd stand in for him today.
Yeah, thanks.
Are you all right with that?
Yeah,
Are you
thank
happy to
you.
me to stand in for it?
I am, yeah. I didn't want to be missing out on my lessons, but sometimes it happens.
So I hear you want to learn today how to meet traffic, anticipate, and adequate clearance. Is that what you want to do today?
It is, if we can, yeah, please, yeah.
Yeah. Are you happy to do that?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's what I was planning on.
Is there any particular problems with this lesson? Have you done it before?
No,
No.
not as a proper lesson, no.
Do you think you've got any previous skills in your previous lessons what you might take into this lesson? Do you think?
Um,
Do you remember your routine, what you use when you're approaching junctions? And
you mean my MSM routine? Is
Yeah.
that what you mean? Yeah, I suppose that might be useful.
how do you feel about how your MSM's gone in your previous lessons? Are you quite happy with that?
I was actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're using it quite well in junctions, I think, yeah.
Because that's what we're going to be using that MSM today as well.
Oh,
And
right.
That should help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What do you? I know we're at the start of the lesson, but what do you? How do you want to feel by end of the lesson? What do you want to achieve by end of today? Have you got an idea in your mind what you'd be happy with?
I think I'd be happy if I wasn't panicking when I came into these sort of situations.
Yeah.
Because that's the sort of thing that happened last week. During a lesson we were covering something else, and then we came across a meet situation where something came the other way and I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And it sort of made me feel really panicky. So if I can do these things without feeling like that and just feeling more comfortable and happy with it, then that'll be okay.
So, how much help would you like from me today to get you where you want to be? What?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose as much as I need.
Would you like me to explain it all to you before we actually do it, or do you want to just have a go and I'll prompt you? Or
If you could explain it to me.
Explain it to you.
Yeah, I think I'll work better if it's explained to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So, have you got any idea where we might do this? Any location? Have you got any location in mind?
I know there's a bit of an estate down the back there by the railway. That might be all right because that's where we went.
Yeah, Monkhill.
We were there. Is that? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it might be all right down there.
Yeah. Just one other thing. Have you driven from here before? Have you driven?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last week you picked me up at work. Yeah.
Yeah. And you've covered. I'm guessing you'll have covered roundabouts and junctions and that by now.
Not done
haven't you?
roundabouts. No.
You haven't done roundabouts.
I've done junctions.
Yeah. But you haven't covered roundabouts. No. Or no dual carriageways and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah, because there might be on the way. We might come to some roundabouts.
Oh right.
And if you haven't done them before, are you still all right to drive to training area, or would you want me to help you through them? If we did come across
I'm happy
them.
to drive, but if you could help me through if we come to things that I've not done before, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And one other thing, how do you know if you'll be successful today? How do you know if it'll have gone well?
I think if I've managed to do things without you telling me what to do or helping me, if I do it on my own.
Yeah, a good answer. That's
Yeah.
yeah. So, what I'm getting now then is, if you're still happy to proceed, we'll drive to the training area, and then I'll give you a full explanation if that's what you still want when we get there. And then after that, if you're happy, we can proceed and have
Could
a
you
go.
do the explanation here for me, please, before we set off?
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we talked about the MSM routine, and you're quite happy with that. Can you remember what the MSM stands for?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does the M stand for?
The M is for
Yeah.
mirror,
Mirror. S.
signal.
Signal. And do you know what the manoeuvre breaks down to?
Oh yeah, we did that. Mirror, position, speed, and look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. Do you understand what the word meeting means?
I think so.
Yeah. Can you tell me what it means then? In your head, what?
This is a bit I panicked with, I think, last week. He said it was meeting. Because we were both, I was going down a road and it got quite narrow and there was something coming the other way and I didn't know what to do. I panicked because there was only room for one, either our car or the other car coming. And that's when Paul said that's meeting. So
Yeah.
I'm
Do you want me
assuming
to
that's
show
what it
you on
means.
this? I've got a diagram here. Do you want me to show you, or you're happy just to go ahead what you've just told me? Or do you want me to show you on here?
Yeah, if you could show me what to do, because I really didn't know what to do.
That meeting situation is where normally both, if there's a car here
Mm.
travelling along, there's only that bit of space, road. So we're both wanting that space.
Mm.
But because them cars are on our side, do you think we should give way? Because they're on our side. This is us
If
here.
there's something coming down there.
Yeah.
You probably would have to do, I suppose. I'm not sure. Might be the one that gets there first that can go.
Yeah, that's usually the case, yeah. But if you were in opposite position and you were here and you thought you had to give way and this car were absolutely bombing up, what would you do then?
I think I'd let him go through.
Yeah. Because sometimes you see that. Have you ever seen that on the road when you're out with other people?
Yeah.
You-
People nip
His
through.
family
don't they?
members are, yeah, you can. Some people, they're just absolute nuts and they'll just come straight through.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So, if this is us travelling down here and you see this vehicle here, have you heard of the hold back position? Have you ever heard that saying before?
Can't say as I have actually, no.
It's where we hold back from this car here. So why do you think it's important? Say if you pulled up here and you were in this position here, do you think that'd be right to stop there when you're going around these parked vehicles?
No.
No. Why do you think that
No.
is?
Well, it looks like you've parked up,
Yeah.
doesn't it? So no.
Yeah, so hold back position. Do you know where, on this diagram, where do you think we'd stop our car to let that one through?
A bit further back than you drew it, sort of where that blue line is.
About there, yeah?
Yeah.
Just so you've got plenty of room, and you can, once he's gone, then you can, plenty of room to move out.
Yeah.
Adequate clearance. Do you know what I mean by that?
Is that the amount of space you give when you go around something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we go around these cars here,
Yeah.
do you know how far we need to be away from them cars when we go by?
Oh, Paul last week said I had to give a door's width.
Yeah.
Enough room for the doors to open, he said.
Yeah. Do you know why is the doors width?
So the doors can open.
Yeah. So if one of these, either a lady or a man, opens their door there, if you've got a door's width, you're not going to knock the door off, are you?
No, that's true.
No. What happens if you're driving up here and you see this little girl here with this ball? What do you think could happen there? So she's bouncing that ball next to the road.
That's not a good thing, is it? Because it can go into the road, can't it? That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the first thing that you do if that girl bounced that ball at the road?
I think I'd have to slow down a bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what speed you were doing, you just have to slow down.
Do you think you check your mirrors first?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to do that before you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
What about this guy here? Could you expect him to do?
Is he walking out? If he is, isn't he? Yeah, he could walk out between them cars, couldn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
Same with this cyclist here. When that car had gone by and when you made sure it was safe to move out, what do you think this person could do at bike?
Well, he could just keep going, couldn't he? And if you pull in, you might knock him off.
Yeah. If you were approaching the road again, and there were some parked vehicles on this side of the road, and there were a car no, sorry. If you're coming down here and there's parked vehicles on this side of the road, what happens then? Because that gap's so tight and you can't leave that meter, that car door's width, what would you do then? If you were coming down here and the gap was that tight?
I'd slow down a bit, I think.
Yeah.
Go slowly through a narrow gap.
Yeah, well done, that's perfect answer.
Oh, good.
So are you happy with that? Are you happy with that explanation that I gave you there?
I think so. It gives me something to think about now, doesn't it? Yeah. Makes it a bit clearer than just going and having a go. Yeah.
So are you alright to proceed then with the lesson?
Yeah.
Have you got any more questions?
No, I don't think I have actually.
What
No.
I could have missed? Or if you could tell me anything what you know what I've missed.
I don't know what you've missed.
So are you ready?
Seems alright.
Yeah. So when you're ready, then are you ready to
Yeah.
move off and we'll
Yeah.
go
Shall I
have a
do my
practice at
cockpit
that?
drill then and get myself
Yeah.
sorted
Oh, you
out
get.
here? I feel as though I'm sitting on the ground. Really low
Yeah, if you
down.
make yourself comfortable.
You're tall, you see that? You'll have it a lot lower down than I have it. That's better. I can see now. Oh, that's too far away. I bet you'll get fed up. I keep altering your chair and everything, don't you? And everybody's got it. And then gone home again.
Just one other thing as well. I have got the use of dual control.
Oh,
so
you've got them as well. Oh, right.
I've
Yeah.
got your back. So if anything should go wrong, I'm hoping it doesn't, and it shouldn't. But I've got your back anyway.
All right. Okay.
Just before you put ignition on, Val, just make sure that it's in neutral before you turn ignition on.
I forgot, didn't I? Sorry about that. Yeah. That's a bit high up.
Do you know why it's important to have it in? You probably know because you've done it loads of times, but you know why it's important to have it in neutral.
Yeah, I did it once without, and it jumps forwards.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? If you start the engine and it's in gear. Yeah.
Have you ever been in a supermarket car park where you're walking with any family members or children? You walked along and the car started up and it's jumped
Jump
forward.
forward, yeah. Scares you, doesn't it? Right, I think I'm sorted. Oh, of course it's... Right. I'm going to turn left out the car park.
So we're going to turn left out of the car park.
Okay. Is it alright if I turn these?
Yes, okay, yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. Don't want to freeze you.
So we're going to turn left out of the car park.
Daft place to walk. She should be on footpaths, shouldn't she? Left at the lights.
The traffic lights are going to turn left.
Okay, do you see that?
Yeah, just shot
close one.
straight through.
Yeah.
It's not very good.
Could have got knocked off his back doing that. It always does that on left.
What can you see ahead now about?
Some roadworks in there.
What's the first thing you're going to check when you see them roadworks?
I'm going to have a look and see if there's anybody there, but there isn't.
You should check. You need a mirror check.
Oh, right, yeah, it's going out.
What can you see ahead now?
Some cars coming through the tunnel.
I think we should just hold back a little bit. I feel like your speed was a bit too quick there.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Where were you looking when you actually come down to that tunnel?
I was just looking in front.
Yeah. Do you think it might help if you look well ahead? You could sort of like maybe plan more. You might have seen it earlier and just backed off a little bit.
Oh, right, okay.
Do you agree with that?
I suppose it might do, yeah. I thought we were looking
What can you see ahead now? What's this?
That's that postman, isn't it?
Yeah.
So earlier.
So we saw him early on, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, I can't get through there, can I? Oh, can I? Yeah, I can.
His speed there on a little bit.
He's on his phone. Is that illegal? Like it is to use a phone when you're driving?
I think so, yeah. I'll have to look that up in highway code.
Turn right at the end.
The end of the road, we're going to turn right. Do you feel like your speed was a bit too quick on approach to that postman as well?
No, I thought we were okay actually.
It seemed like a little bit too fast.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought we were alright. Next right.
I'm going to take the next road on the right. If I feel you're a little bit too fast, you want me to prompt you next time? So you definitely, to me, seems like you're a bit too fast.
If you think so, yeah, it'll be alright. That's him again.
Yeah, just ease
How did
off.
he get there? He's going to get knocked off his bike if he's not careful. There's loads of them, look at them. He's at the wrong side of the road.
Just slow down here.
There's a bend. Yeah, so I didn't see that.
Do you know what speed limit is round here?
20, it says it on this road here, doesn't it?
So we're in one of the meet situations now, aren't
Oh,
we?
wait. Oh, there's nothing coming.
So there could be something coming. See that parked vehicle there? So what's the first thing you're going to do? You can check your mirrors.
Right, yeah.
Just ease off. Just be prepared to stop if we need to. How far are you looking down the road now?
To where that transit van is.
Yeah. Can you tell me what you can see ahead now if you...
There's a transit van and then there's a car parked on our side of the road.
Okay, remember how far we need to be away from these parked vehicles?
Yeah, Dortswith, you said, didn't you?
You're definitely too close there, did you see?
Oh no, I thought we were alright.
Oh, you're definitely too close, you need to be a little bit wider.
Right.
Do you want me to prompt you on next one?
Yeah, if
Like
you will.
these
Yeah,
ones, if you
because
just steer a little bit more wide, Val.
Ooh.
You're still a bit too close.
Am I?
Yeah.
Right. It's difficult to judge it, isn't it? Left at the end.
At the end of the road, we're going to turn left. So just think about this clearance here, Val. Just move out quite early.
A bit wide, you said.
Yeah, just a bit wider, keep going. Still a bit close there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Not as easy as it sounds, is it?
No.
Doing that.
But you'll get there.
Yeah? Oh, good.
So can you see these roadworks here,
Yeah.
Val? If you just come off your speed a bit, brake a bit more.
Oh, very good. Okay.
Just take it a little bit wider. Why do you think you're getting too close?
Not sure, really. I thought I were all right, to be honest. Obviously, you think I'm a bit near.
So just check your mirrors now, Val, and just ease off. Brake a little bit more. Then just move out even wider. That's better. But
Right at the end.
into the road, we're going to turn right.
It's going in there now.
What are you going to do, Val, now if a car started coming towards you? What would you do?
Probably wait for it.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
But it's
Right at the
clear.
end.
At the end of the road, we're going to turn right. How's your view at this junction?
It's a bit close at this side from these bushes. Could do with trimming this hedge, really. To be easier for us. Busy, isn't it, today?
So how do you feel like on them last few, on that little section what we've just done there, do you feel like you're still too close?
Well, you said I was,
vehicles?
but I
Yeah.
didn't feel as I was.
Why do you feel like you're not too close? Do you think if somebody opened that car door you'd hit it?
No, I don't think so. No.
You definitely, if they open their car door, you definitely would.
Would I?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So I've helped you out a few times there. Do you just want me to keep prompting you when you come
I
up
think
to
I still need you to help me, yeah. I'm not getting it, am I?
And how far you're looking ahead? You're looking as far as your eye can
Looking
see.
for that car that's there down in front of us, that grey, pea green coloured one.
Yeah. Do you think it might? You your speed might have
Right
something
at the end.
Yeah, at the end of the road we're going to turn right. Do you think the speed might have something to do with it as well? You think you're coming up a little bit too fast and then you're sort of like panicking and not having time to steer around
Too fast to what?
to them part vehicles?
Oh,
You seem to be coming in a little bit quick and then it's all rushed and then you're too close.
I felt alright. I didn't feel as though I were rushing. I've been with my husband when he's rushing and it was nowhere near as fast as what he was. So it seemed to be okay.
If there's a wagon coming towards us, if the wagon did come towards us now, well, and it looked like it was a bit close, what's the first thing you'd check?
Mirror.
Yeah. Then
We're left at the mini roundabout, first exit.
the mini roundabout ahead, we're going to take the first exit.
That's left then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, alright. Not coming.
Just remember to check this left-hand odometer as well.
Oh, yeah. Next right.
We're going to take the next road on the right. And if you'd like to pull up on the left-hand side in a safe and convenient place, Val.
So I'll go down where that red car is.
Yeah.
I think that'll be better than mine. There's no path there.
Yeah. About 2 car lengths back from this Fiesta.
2 car lengths.
Yeah. That'll do there.
Oh, right, okay. I'm going to get a bit nearer.
Right then, Val, we've done quite a few meet situations. How did you feel it went?
Alright, I think.
Alright, well, I've seen a few times where you were getting a little bit too close and we had a talk about it. And I thought your speed was a little bit too much approaching these cars.
Right, okay.
Do you feel like it was a bit fast?
No,
No. How do you feel like your positioning was when you went round?
that was alright, wasn't it?
Alright, because to me it looked as though you were really close.
Did it? Oh, you're a bit
Yeah.
nearer, you see, at that side, aren't you?
We're definitely too close, but some instances it were like a foot away.
Was it?
Yeah, and if them cars, if a kid had have opened that door and got out, you'd have flattened them. So why do you think in your mind that you think it's all right?
Well,
Because you're definitely too close.
it looked as though it was enough room for the door to open. Really?
But there were definitely there's no way that somebody that would have me to more like a foot in places.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's difficult to judge it, isn't it,
Yeah.
really?
So, do you want to have another? Do you agree with that? If I could make a suggestion, if I taught you through it, if we come up to these cars, if I taught you through it, and get you to leave that, try to get you to understand that door's width.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can. Yeah,
Are you alright with that?
yeah.
Give that a go.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay then, Val, when you're ready, we're going to move off. So this is the situation here, isn't it, where we've got to.
Yeah, got to go round him, haven't we?
Yeah. If you look well ahead as well. So if you steer to the right, go on Val a bit more, go on, keep going, that's better.
We're wrong side of the road, though, Darren. Can't go wrong side of the road, can you?
Yeah, as long as it's clear, we'll have to go on. Just keep to the right, Val, you're getting a bit too
Oh,
close
sorry.
again.
Left at the end.
At the end of this road, we're going to turn left. That's a lot better. What do you reckon to that one?
Didn't seem much different, to be honest. I'm not right good at judging this, am I?
Are you doing alright?
Do you think so? I haven't got it right yet, though. You keep telling me I'm too close.
take the next road on the right. That was a lot better there, Val.
Was
that
it?
one. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely want us close that time.
Right.
What speed limit do you think it is on this road?
I think it's 30 up here, isn't it?
Yeah. But do you think it's safe to do 30?
Not really. Not really.
Why do you think that?
Well, the speed humps for a start
Yeah.
off, they ruin your suspension, don't they?
Some speed humps are bigger than others, aren't
They are, aren't they? Yeah.
Usually you're judging
That's
it
one
on
of
that.
yours, then.
What can happen here, Val? If it
Not a
could
lot,
happen
there's
here?
nothing around, is there?
If there were a car coming towards us, what would you have done?
Well, he'd have had to give way to me because the bus was on his side.
Yeah. What happens if he, like we
I've seen
talked
that colour
about,
bus before.
school bus?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. So they're usually different colour, aren't they? It's like green in colour, aren't
What do you think could have happened? You thought because the obstruction were on their side of the road, if that car had, if there had a car absolutely come flying towards us, what would you have done? Even if you think you've got right.
Oh, that'd be like your picture then. You'd have to just let them go, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Left at the mini roundabout, then immediately right.
Gonna go left at the mini roundabout first exit, and then we're gonna take the first road on the right.
Oh, this one. Isn't it?
Yeah. How are you feeling, Val? All right?
Yeah. So, sort of settled down a bit now. I was feeling a bit nervous at starting my lesson, you know what I mean? Because it's a while since you've had one. There's a fire engine there. Left at the roundabout.
We're gonna go left at the roundabout first exit. Well done, good mirror check.
You're a bit miserable looking, aren't you? Like that.
So this is a lot better now, Valley. Keeping your distance from these cars. What's he going to do? A bit more to right, Val, that's
Right,
it.
yeah.
That's a lot better.
Right, okay. Pretty here, isn't it? Nasty corner. I was telling them.
So what can you see ahead?
Some cars parked up on the left,
Yeah.
isn't there?
So just remember that you're going to give them that meter clearance.
Yeah.
So you want to start moving out now, Val.
What, so early?
Yeah, start moving out now. Go on a bit more. Do you know why we're moving out early?
I don't know really.
Yeah. What about them people behind us? Anybody following you?
Oh, there's nobody behind me.
But if there was somebody behind you and you did move out early enough, how is that going to benefit them at back?
I suppose it tells them what you're doing, doesn't it? You
Yeah.
think about it. Right, I can go now, can't I? Because he's got to wait for me now.
Yeah. So just remember what we said, both cars at either side, so
Oh.
we'll have to keep a speed down,
Speed
won't we?
down a bit, that's right.
What do you think could happen here?
The door might open.
Yeah, so make sure you keep a good distance.
Next right.
I'm going to take the next road on the right.
the next right.
I'm going to take the next road on the right. So steer
Oh yeah.
early.
Yeah.
Take the position up early around these cars well.
And get me to pull up on the left.
And pull up on the left in a safe, legal place.
That'll be alright, yeah, but
Yeah, that's fine. Then
okay, out of roll.
out of row.
That's the end of your first half an hour.
It's that same thing. You just kept doing it, and it's like in my head, why is she doing what? Why is she still doing it? And then I'm thinking in my head, what am I missing here? What am I missing? I've mentioned speed, I've mentioned looking well ahead, I've mentioned if the little lass opens door, and you're still doing it. I'm thinking, Christ, I just thought in my head, if it's a test, I'm going to fail because I haven't picked it up. Is there something I said on brief what I never said?
No? You need to listen.
Mm.
What did I keep saying to you? Lots of, well,
Oh yeah, you
several
said
times.
I think it's all right.
Yeah, I think it's
Bob
okay.
says that to me a lot.
I think it's all right.
Mm.
I think it's okay.
So, I mean, you're.
But I also said
Mm.
it's difficult to judge this, isn't it? I'm not getting this right, am I? I can't judge it.
Mm.
What does that tell you?
That you need some kind of reference point to look at.
Might need a reference point, a little bit more guidance. But I need more help, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But help in judging what it is. Can you
Mm.
think of anything that you could have done to help me to judge it?
Could I have stopped and then pulled up at the side of these cars and stopped at the side?
Um,
You think?
Why would you do that?
Just to show you how. Just to show you how much clearance you do need.
So you mean a door's width away? Pull up a door's width
yeah,
away from
and
them?
just stop.
Well, that'd at least give me an idea, wouldn't it,
Yeah. Mm.
of the gap, and then I can sort of relate the position of the car at that point to the position of the car at the side of me. I think, oh yeah, that is a lot
Yeah.
further away.
Oh, I could hear. I definitely heard you because Bob said it. If you when you kept saying, "I think it's all right," I think it's all right,
Yeah.
and then you feel like we're getting to that point where you know you shouldn't say this, but well, you'll fail your test if you don't.
No, you shouldn't say that.
I
You're
know.
quite right. You're quite right. But if you hear things like that, that's a bit like me going, come on, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I'm telling you. There's something. So you've heard it, you need
Oh
to
yeah,
do something about it.
Because I mentioned speed because I thought you were definitely going a bit too quick up to it.
Was it? Do you really think I was going a bit too quick up to it?
In my mind, I thought you were.
All right, okay. Well, in that case. But you did try to sort that out. What did you say?
I ought to look well ahead and slow down early enough and move into position.
Well, there were times when you just said, ease off,
Yeah.
brake. So you were being a bit more positive with your instruction
Mm.
that you were asking me to do there,
Yeah.
weren't you? Which then reduced the speed. If you'd then sort of followed it and said, look, see, that's a much better speed. You feel that's better? Have you got a bit more time there? Yeah.
Mm.
All right, yeah. Then you're going to convince me that that's a better speed than the speed I was
So
doing.
what else could I have? So I could have pulled up at. We could have pulled up at the side and stopped and said, "This is a."
Yeah.
car
Nothing else?
does. I don't know. At the time, you sort of like you're nervous and I was panicking a little bit because I'm expecting and assuming that you're going to pick it up. I don't know. I can't think.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned earlier, maybe I could have given you a reference point, you said.
Yeah.
Do you think that would help?
The thing is, I don't know what reference point to give you.
Yeah. Reference points can help.
Yeah.
It's another tool in the box, as we say. You know, if you've got several ways of illustrating a point to somebody or helping them to do something, then the more things that you've got that will help, the better.
So what reference point could I use there then?
I don't know.
So I don't know.
Can you think of anything?
Could have said move over to the other side of the road, about a metre from the other curb. No. I don't know. I'm trying my hardest to get you to to get you to stop doing it. I don't know. You're gonna have to tell me. I don't know.
You want me to tell you? Well, the reference point that we can sometimes use, or helps, is using the side of the car and judging it as though it's the edge of the footpath. Because was my position on the road correct?
What, while you were driving along?
If I were just driving along this
Yeah,
road?
it seemed alright, yeah.
Right, so how far from the curb do we need to be?
What, in normal driving?
Yep.
Is it about 2 foot?
Maybe a bit more than that.
Yeah.
About
I
a
don't
metre.
know. Yeah, about, yeah.
We usually say about a metre, which is the same distance that you're trying to get me to be alongside the car, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if I can judge a metre from the curb, why can't I judge a metre from the car?
So I could have said, imagine that the side of the car is the curb.
Yeah.
And and what is your normal driving position? And you might have said, oh yeah, it's a metre.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, once I've made the link, I think, oh yeah, I know how to do that. You did, towards the end, start getting me out earlier. Now that will help, won't it?
Yeah.
Because the sooner you come out into your position, not only does it do what you were suggesting, that it gives, you know, a message to the people behind, but it also gives you, the driver, more chance to get your position on the road correct, doesn't it? Because otherwise you're steering out quite harshly, aren't you, to go round it?
Yeah.
Which we did on occasion when you say, oh no, more steering, go out. And we're,
I know, when I say more
down.
steering, I'm thinking, why are you steering that way?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a slippery slope. Because you expect, after 2 or 3 different, trying to sort it out, and it keeps going wrong.
Yeah. If it
Right.
keeps going wrong, do something.
Yeah.
Try something else. Try another tool. Yeah. Don't just keep going with the same tool. Yeah. 'cause it
Did you
won't
put
work.
any other mistakes in what I missed?
Oh, well, there's one or two things that I feel, because the lesson it's 3 topics, isn't it? You remember what they were?
You know what, I forgot. I just concentrated on meeting.
You did. Yeah. So go ahead.
Meeting clearance,
And
anticipation.
right. Okay. So 3 topics there.
Well, saying that, I did cover that anticipation. I was getting you to look ahead. What do you
How
think could
far was
happen
I
now?
looking?
At first, you said you were looking at the car in front,
Mm-hmm.
but I mentioned a few times where you're looking.
And what did I say?
Well, that's what you said. You're looking in front.
Is that far enough?
No, I should have said, how far do you think it'd be better if you looked well ahead?
I am looking well ahead. How far's well ahead? Give me something to look at.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If I say to you, how far are you looking? Are you looking well ahead? And you'll go, yeah. You could be looking at that blue car. To you, that's well ahead.
Yeah, it could be anywhere from the front of the bonnet
Yeah.
to as far as the eye can see.
I should say, do you think? Are you looking to where that blue car is in distance?
Yeah.
You might have said, oh yeah. You might have said, no, I'm not looking that far. I'm only looking here.
Yeah, I mean, you could have sorted me out then, couldn't you? And got me looking further ahead, which is going to help me to anticipate. There were several times I kept saying things to you, like, you were a bit miserable, him stood on the corner, wasn't he? Does that tell you anything? Oh, there's a fire engine over there.
Does that tell me that you're a bit cheesed off because I'm not sorting it out for you? I just thought you were
Not cheesed off. Those are little hints to say this
Yeah.
lesson is anticipation. Talk to me. Tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least ask me, what do I think this person here is going to do? Yeah. Or what are you expecting him to do? Is he going to be a danger to you? What do you think? Find out if I'm actually taking that into account. Because if you're doing a lesson on anticipation but you don't mention anticipation,
Yeah.
and you're trying to get me to look ahead, but for what reason? Didn't
I actually thought when you were
blink it.
talking about that fire engine that you, for some reason, I thought you'd come out of roll and you're just having a natter. I know that you do, though. You get into you forget about it, and because I was getting a bit stressed that you weren't going by cars. You feel a little bit deflated when you've tried a few times. You can get a bit stressed out with it, can't you?
You can, yeah. But you must try not to be stressed and just think, right, I'm not going to let this get me stressed. I'm going to try something different.
Because even if I'd have hit the nail on the head, it's not. That don't mean to say you're going to do it perfect all the time out, and you do it for 2 or 3 goes, and then you might go back to the same again.
You've just got to keep your eye on it, haven't you? But having said that, if you've given good instruction, and you've sort of convinced me that that's the best way to do it, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, I know how to do that now, I'll keep it. It'll be fine. Yeah.
How do you feel like that brief went at the beginning?
Why? How do you feel it went?
I felt as though I cut it short. I feel that's when I look at these briefs, you feel like you've got to just talk about tons of information, and by the time you know it, you could just yab it on at mouth, couldn't you, and run on and on.
You could.
No, I don't think it was too bad. Yeah, I was a bit nervous at the beginning. I think the questions that I was asking weren't too bad, but like you say, you've got to listen as well.
You do.
That's one of the hardest parts.
It is, I think, because your head's still running away with you doing other things and thinking of other things that you forget to listen.
Yeah.
Or you hear it, but you don't. Or you listen,
well,
but you don't hear.
I did it. I heard you when you're saying that. I think it's all right. I think it's all right because I've heard Bob say that before, and and I've been trying to work on that because it's easy to think. You just like have a mental block. Somebody says, "Oh, I think it's all right." You start thinking, "No, I'm not going to be able to do it." When you start asking these questions, and you're still doing it, that's when you get a bit deflated.
Treat it more of a challenge, but don't take it that. I think it's all right. Well, it must be okay then.
Yeah.
Because it's not. What I'm saying is, probably need a bit more help here.
But I think you did start doing it by about half a foot better, didn't you?
Yeah, but it still wasn't right, was
No.
it? Really, you wouldn't really be happy with that, So you just need to be a bit more like a little Yorkshire Terrier, never let go of it. Make sure that you're really on the case.
Yeah, because the longer it goes on, then the worse it's going to get and more panicky you're going to get, aren't
Absolutely, yeah.
you?
Yeah. Briefing, I was surprised when you started to do a briefing. Because have you been doing briefings with Bob?
Not really, no.
So what made you do it now?
I can't remember whether because I asked you how much help do you want from me. I can't remember. Didn't you say you want... Oh no, you wanted an explanation at the beginning, didn't you?
Just explain it.
What, instead of getting the...
You can do it however you want to do it.
Yeah.
But it just surprised me when you got it out and you started to give a briefing as it is on the DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Well, I fetched that along today just to remind, just like heading points to remember what I was going to say. Because I thought an explanation, I didn't mind that explanation. Well, it's similar to a brief, isn't it? But yeah.
Can be.
But I haven't seen that many. I've seen the DVDs with you and Pat on, but I only watched a few.
That must be one of them. Because you more or less did it as it's done.
Yeah.
On the DVD. But no, I was just a bit surprised that you did that. But having said that, it didn't take you too long. It was about 5 minutes.
Because I have been, when I've been going out with Bob, I haven't been using that. I've just been explaining. Like, if you're travelling down road and there's some vehicles on your side of the road and something coming towards you, what's the first thing you're going to check? Your mirrors. How far do you need to... I think I just had that because I panicked that I was going to... If I wouldn't have had that with me and you would have said, right, I want you to explain it to me, I'd have just gone,
yeah.
I just totally forgot.
In that case, it was the right thing for you to do at the time, then, wasn't it? Yeah. Nothing wrong with it. It just surprised me, that was all. Okay. Right then, so you're happy to move on and do the second phase, which is the progress, hesitancy, normal rope positioning. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just let me have a look at this before we start
All
off.
right, yeah, that's fine. While you're doing that, I'll just make a few notes and I can clear my head of what I've just said to you and let you carry on.
I don't know what it is round here, but as soon as you park up a learner car, you always get some van parked right in front of you. It's every time.
No matter where you are, that happens. It might not necessarily be a van, just somebody else wants to come and park where you are. You're always in somebody else's space, aren't you?
So we're treating this one as the same as if we were just meeting again with introduction.
Phase 2, whole new student, yeah. So I'll set the scene for you. So for the purpose of this exercise, you can call me Dorothy. Okay. My usual instructor's down at the test centre this afternoon. We've got got a cancellation test. So he said he'd take them, but he would arrange for somebody else to come and take my lesson for me, which is why you've come along. I'm quite pleased about that because I've got my test in a few weeks' time, so I didn't want to miss out on any lessons, but thankfully you were available. What he did say though, well, what we agreed beforehand, was that we wanted to work on my use of speed and also my rope positioning in general. So that's what I'd like you to sort of help me with today. Correct any faults that you might see. I'm familiar with the make and model of car because it's just like the one I've had all my other lessons in.
Yeah.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, in that case I'll go into roll. You can start when you're ready.
Yeah. Pleased to meet you, Dorothy. My name's Darren.
Hey Darren, you alright?
Yeah. Do you mind if I call you Dorothy?
No, that's fine. Yeah.
I hear that your instructor's away on a test. He's got another test.
I know, he's abandoned me.
Yeah. That's not very good, is it?
No.
And they've asked me to fill in. So I hear that you want to learn today, you want to have a look at your use of speed, don't you? And you want to have a look at your hesitancy and normal road positioning. Road positioning.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about this lesson? Is there anything worrying you? Is there anything
No.
particular?
No, not at all. I always enjoy my lessons. I like to get out and about with Bob because he's a right laugh.
Yeah.
I really enjoy my lessons with him.
What do you want to get out of today's lesson? What would be an happy outcome for you and
To have enjoyed it.
To have enjoyed it. Yeah. What level of help would you want from me? How much help do you want me to get you to where you want to be?
I don't know really, because I don't know what I need help with, to be honest. So I suppose if you just watch me drive
Watch you driving
and
then?
see if you feel I need any help from you.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah. So you're 100% raring to go, you?
Oh yeah, always Sam. Yeah, look forward to
Yeah.
your lessons. Yeah.
So you want to have a go and I'll just watch you and we'll have a talk about it, and if I see that you're struggling, do you want me to just jump in? I'll just let you.
Oh yeah,
Jump
if you
in,
will,
yeah,
please. Yeah.
Have you driven from here before? Oh, you're ready for your test in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah,
So
he
you'll have
always
covered.
picks me up at home.
Yeah, you'll have covered nearly every lesson now.
Oh yeah, I've done everything. We just had to keep practicing, so once or twice a week we get out and about.
So if you'd like to get yourself comfortable then, Dorothy. And then when you're ready, we'll move off. Do you know, have you got a good location in mind where you might do this lesson?
Not really, just anywhere. I'll let you choose. I hope you know where to go.
I've got a rough idea.
Oh, that's all right then. Well, not very nice weather, is it? I'm glad I brought my washing in. Shall I go?
Yeah, when you're ready. Okay. So how far do you think you need to be away from the curb then? In the normal road?
About 3 feet.
About 3 feet, yeah. And how far are you looking ahead now?
Oh, as far as I can see.
Yeah.
He always tells me I've got to look as far as you can see.
Are you looking to that red car that's parked on that other road?
That's where the end of the road is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Turn left.
The end of this road, we're going to turn left. You seem to be a little bit close to the curb now, Dorothy. Maybe to just ease off now.
A lot of learners come round here.
Yeah.
See loads of driving instructors. I sit and watch them doing the reverse parking. Keeps me amused. I can usually tell when they do it right, and if not, what they've done wrong. I suppose that's your job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Being an instructor. You like instructing?
Yeah, it's alright, yeah. You
Right
get
at
to
the
meet
end.
different people.
Oh yeah, you will do
At
that.
the end of the road, we're going to turn right.
It's like I like to get out and about, meet different people down the shops and what have you. No point stopping in, is there? Be nice to have passed my test actually.
Yeah. Do you think you're a little bit too close to curb here, Dorothy?
Oh, he's coming a bit faster. Thank you very much.
How far do you need to, in your mind, how far do you think it is away from the curb? Normal road positioning.
It's about 3 feet.
About
We're
3
going to
feet.
take the third exit, turning right.
Yeah. And how are you going to judge that in your mind, you know?
I try and imagine my husband's old walking stick.
Yeah.
Because I always used to say we're his third foot, you see. So then you think 3 feet, and I'm alright.
I've noticed a few times that you're getting a bit close still. Do you want me to give you a reference point, or are you?
Well, if you think I need it, yeah.
Just what's this guy here? Is it
Stupid
good?
place to stand.
Back
Get
up.
it.
What can you
Get
see
it
ahead
over.
now, Dorothy?
Right, okay, we've got little children in the pram.
Yeah, got a lollipop
Oh,
on
they're
here.
lovely. Yeah, I do like. You got any children?
Nope.
No? Some people that say you're better off without. That I like. As my husband used to say, couldn't eat a whole one. Yeah, bless him. Turning right at the end.
At the end of the road, we're going to turn right. When we're going down this road, Val, if you try and keep like the steering wheel or your head in the middle of our lane, it might help you just move away from the curb a little bit.
Alright. It's a bit different.
Cut the corner a little bit.
I get in trouble if I do that. Oh.
It's a bit close.
I don't think we can all decide what they want to do, yeah?
Do you think it's good
Oh,
in this
anyway,
situation?
we'll just wait.
I think it's good to have a lot of patience in this situation.
Oh yeah, we're not in a rush, are we?
But if you select first gear now, Dorothy, just to get ready,
Oh.
because somebody might
That
flash you
kind
and then you
gentleman
make
says
your
we
own.
can go. Thank you very much.
You see how you put it in neutral, then we weren't quite ready, were we?
Oh, when he waved us on.
Yeah, when you waves on, because you
Yeah.
put it in neutral.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So how far are you looking ahead now?
Oh, right to that bend where that car's going round.
Yeah.
Is that far enough? Or is it too far?
Yeah. No, it's far enough.
Oh,
You
right.
can't see around bend, can you? So when you're going along, Dorothy, if you just imagine if you're putting your head and the steering wheel in the middle of our lane.
Oh, you said that, didn't you? Right, I need to be a bit further over to do that. I think.
Yeah. How do you feel that is now?
I feel as though I'm in the middle there, is
Yeah.
that right?
Yeah. It's a lot better now. Beautiful road position.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Do you know, I didn't know I were getting anything wrong there. Does that work on any road then?
Not really. If the road, have you ever been down a road what's really narrow?
Oh, somebody there in a rush.
Yeah. If you go down a road what's really narrow, then
Oh, yeah, yeah.
what do you think will happen then? How far do you think you'll be away from the curb? If it's really
Might be a bit
narrow.
closer to the
Yeah.
curb then, might it? Yeah.
But you can't help that, can you? If you
Well, not if
you've
it's a
got-
narrow road, no,
Yeah,
I don't
if you've
know,
got a bigger
suppose you
car.
can. Yeah.
If you've got a bigger car, it's going to be.
Oh, it'll be even tighter, won't it?
Yeah. Do you know what speed limit is down here?
Do you know? I don't. No. Do you?
60. It's national speed limit.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So do you think it's safe to do 60?
No.
Are you sure?
Absolutely certain.
Why do you
You
say
wouldn't
that?
want to do 60 with me.
Why is that? You're a bit nervous.
I'm not,
Speed.
yeah, I'm not happy going fast, to be honest. So I just think, well, I'm not in a rush, I'll let everybody go past me.
But do you think that could have consequences? Do you think people could start jamming up at the back? It might cause people to do daft things, like overtake when they shouldn't because you're going slow.
Well, they shouldn't overtake when they shouldn't, should they? They should always look for it to be safe. I'm sure they do.
You definitely could have gone faster down there.
Could
We
I?
might follow. Yeah, I should have told you to get your speed up. We definitely
right.
was.
Oh, do you know?
You were definitely you could see for quite a fair way. Do you think you could see for quite?
Oh, yeah, my eyes are pretty
Yeah.
good actually. I just needed my glasses for reading. I'm alright looking in distance.
That's what we call hesitancy.
Oh, is it?
Where you can. We're on a 6. That road there. Do you think think road conditions were good?
Yeah, they were actually. They were nice and smooth, weren't it? Turning right at the lights.
End of the road, the traffic lights were going to turn right.
Looks like it's going to rain up here, isn't it? It's a bit dark.
Yes, that road conditions were good. It were fairly clear. Do you think we could have got up to nearly 60 mile an hour?
Well, other people could have done. I'm not really keen.
What speed limit do you think it is now?
Oh, it's 40. I saw that one.
So do you think it's safe to get up to 40?
Not really. Well, I suppose you could do it. It looks a bit dark ahead and there's a bit of mud on the road.
It's clear, isn't it? So if you want to get your speed up, Dorothy, now, you just put your foot down. Get your speed, because there's nothing to stop us. It's fairly clear. Why do you think? Why is it that you're a bit hesitant with speed?
Next left.
Just take the next road on the left.
Why am I a bit hesitant with my speed?
Yeah, when it's clear.
Well, I've seen all these adverts on the television, and they say to kill your speed. Because if you don't, you might kill somebody else.
Yeah, but
It showed that little girl getting knocked over. Did you see that?
No.
And I just think, well, I don't want to be the one that knocks her over and kills her. I want to make sure that I'm safe on the road.
But that's on a built-up area, isn't it? Whereas, do you think that road there would be quite clear? We could see a long way.
Oh, you could do, yeah. It wasn't very built up, no, that's true.
What speed do you think it is down here, speed limit?
Is it still 40?
No, it's national speed limit.
Oh, is it?
60.
Oh, I missed that one.
Do you understand that sign with that black line through it?
Yes, I know what that one is. Yeah, I just don't see it. Yeah. Next right.
I'm going to take the next road on the right. Never been down this road before.
Have you?
No.
Quite pretty down here. It's nice when the poppies are out. All the fields are full of poppies. You can blackberrying as well if you want. And when they're digging the potatoes up, if you bring a carrier back, you'll be able to get you some for you too. They're all over the road.
So this road's fairly clear now, Dorothy. So if you get your foot down and get up to like 50,
down.
60, yeah. If you increase your speed, it looks fairly clear.
Not really
Nobody
happy.
about it, do you think?
Well, no, there's nobody about. No, that's true.
What gear do you think we should be now?
I don't know, should be next
Well,
one, fourth,
yeah.
isn't it?
What can you see ahead in distance now?
Oh, there's that black and white sign, isn't there?
So what speed do you think you'll be going around this bend at? In your mind, how are you
Very,
going down?
quite slowly, I think,
Yeah.
because it looks as though it's quite sharp, so probably 20 mile an hour. Second gear, I think.
So once it's open, you can see it's fairly clear around there.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think it's alright to increase your speed?
Yeah, a little bit, I suppose, yeah.
Now what can you see ahead?
Houses.
30 mile an hour limit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. Quite narrow around here, isn't it?
Yeah, so can you remember we talked about the narrower the road, you're going to be near a curve anyway,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Oh,
So what's that guy there?
should I let him out or not? Oh, no,
No,
he's
he's
gone
gone
backwards.
back
In and out.
Just because it's 30, do you think it's safe to do 30 or no matter what built
No.
up area it is?
No, definitely not, no.
Why do you think that?
Because you can get children
Yeah.
all around, can't you?
Yeah.
You get more cars as well, I think, when it's a bit, built up area.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
The end of the road, we've got to turn right. What type of junction is this?
It's a T junction.
Yeah. Do you think we need to stop?
Yes, it says we have to do, doesn't it? Yeah. You always have to put your handbrake on at a stop junction. I'm sure my husband used to say that.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to be stood for a while, if it looks fairly clear, and you're not going to roll back, and once you've stopped, you don't need to. You can just set off if it's clear.
Right.
What can you see ahead now, Dorothy?
It's that car and there's a van coming.
You see speed limit signs.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's 50 that one, isn't it?
Yeah. So do you think it's safe to do 50 once we actually go through with the sign? Because it looks fairly clear, doesn't it?
It does look fairly clear actually, yeah. Yeah, so it probably is.
Yeah.
For anybody that wants to do it.
Yeah, if you want to get your speed on it, Dorothy, if you want to get your speed to 50 mile an hour, what gear do you think you should be in there?
The one. It loses me concentration when I go faster. Reminds me of them big dippers when I was younger. I used to go on, I used to be terrified.
How do you think you could combat that?
I don't know. I stopped going on the big dippers where I need to drive.
Do you think it's safe here to do 50?
No.
It's fairly clear, isn't it? Can you tell me a reason why you feel as though it's not safe to do 50?
Well, there's a bridge. I didn't know what was under the bridge. It says slow on the road.
It's 40 mile an hour.
Oh, it says 40 now. I didn't see that, but yeah, it says slow on the road. I don't know. I just seemed when it started to rain as well, so the road's going to get wet. You're supposed to go slower when it's raining, aren't you?
Well, if it's clear and it's 50 mile an hour and you can see it's clear, there's nothing wrong with doing 50 if you feel in your own mind it's safe.
Right. You don't have to, though, do you? If you don't want to.
No, you don't have to, but if it is safe to do it, then you can do it. What speed limit is it now?
30.
Yeah.
I'm happy with
Do
30.
you think you're a little bit too close to the curve
Oh
again?
gosh, I am. I'm wandering back again, aren't I? Sorry. Yeah, I have to get myself in the middle, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh, it's busy. Roadworks. They're everywhere, roadworks, aren't they? Can't go anywhere without digging a road up. Them flowers, aren't they gorgeous?
Do you want to put it into first, Dorothy? Remember last time when we didn't have it ready? When we
yeah.
set off, we were...
Yeah. I don't remember doing that, but memory's not what it used to be.
Yeah. I know, it might have been my fault. I should have reminded you early on. We were in Chesterfield that there was a lot of traffic about when we put it in
Sure, that
neutral.
were me. You want another pimple?
What we said about keeping his head in the middle of our of lane because it's quite wide now.
Yeah.
It's that young one there.
That little boy there. Did you see him? Stepping road.
If you'd been in that position before what you were in, you might have been in. You might have
imagine.
knocked him.
I'd have knocked him over. Mind you, we might not have stepped out, but I'd have knocked him over.
Yeah.
Crikey. Got to make sure I don't do that. Oh. Somebody else in a rush. They're all in a rush today.
There's a police car as well.
Oh, there is.
The police they're coming down.
Yeah.
still hear that motorbike in distance.
Make a lot of noise, don't they? One drives down our road, he makes a noise like that.
What do you think could happen to these lights?
Or they might change, might they?
Yeah, they could change to
Oh,
green.
there we are, they're flashing now, so we can go. So we're following ahead and then left at the 2 roundabouts.
The first roundabout we're going straight ahead and then we're turning left at the next one.
It really confuses me.
Then we're going to turn left at this one.
I've seen them come all the way around there.
Yeah, there's been quite a few accidents here.
Oh, is that?
If you want to put it in first,
Oh, yeah,
Dorothy,
sorry, yeah.
there's a few times where you've stopped and put your handbrake on it, then left it in the second gear when we stopped, and then put it in neutral. What speed limit is on here? Do you know?
I think this is 30. It looks as though it should be 30.
How would you know? Because there's no signs about.
Because you get the lamps,
Yeah,
and if there are lamps and no signs, it's 30.
yeah,
If there are lamps and signs, then it's whatever it says on the sign, isn't it?
yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like now, if you put handbrake on and select first gear,
Right, okay.
then you're all ready to go. Then, aren't you?
That's better.
When the
Yeah.
lights change.
Right, yeah. Next left.
Take the next road on the left.
Left at the end.
The end of the road, we're going to turn left. So just remember, Dorothy, if we do have to stop, if we come to a stop, we can select first gear. Because we come to a stop and then we're ready then, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well done.
Then next left.
We'll take the next road on the left.
Okay, out of roll. I'll just pull it in the car.
Terrible, that one. I've got some stuff to work on, but blooming hell. I wanted to fit a block of wood under your right foot so you go faster. It is difficult, isn't it? I'm not going to beat myself up about it though, but I know I've got to work on certain stuff.
Yeah. Okay. How do you think that went then?
Not very good.
Why not?
Because
Why do you say that?
you won't pick up speed.
Anything you think of you could have done to help?
It come across it. I know I've got to treat you as a learner, but if that were a proper learner, I'd be thinking this lady's terrified of speed. This is going to take. I don't know. You've got to be sympathetic. You've definitely got to get the right questions and help. I don't know. You just seem terrified of speed.
So what could you do to help? If I was a learner that was terrified of speed,
Yeah.
what would you have done?
Just reassured that I've got dual controls now.
You can do that.
Because all I kept saying was, I mentioned road. I mentioned you agreed that the road was clear.
Mm-hmm.
You agreed that the surface was clear. The surface was all right, but you just didn't want to do it. You just didn't want to pick up speed because you were worried.
So what could you have done?
Encourage you to go faster. Well, I did encourage you to go faster, but you did a
still
little.
gave in though, didn't you?
Yeah, because I felt like I didn't want to upset you. I'm saying that as if you were a real learner.
That's okay.
Because if I had said, I did a little bit, and you said, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go fast. I'll let them people overtake. I got into that mental block. Then I'm thinking, I don't know what to say. That's the bit I think I need. Well, I do need to work on knowing when to give loads of help and knowing when to put the right.
What are the dangers of somebody overtaking me if I'm going too slowly? For the conditions that we've got.
What's the dangers of you like doing?
If I'm doing 30 and the 60 like I was doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you said, well, people might go around you.
And then it might cause somebody to come from further back.
But what are the dangers of that?
Well, there could be oncoming cars and they're overtaking you.
Yeah. Because how will the drivers behind me feel?
Oh, they're going to be fed up out there. They're going to be getting angry at car.
Yeah. And when you're angry, do you make the right decision?
No, you're just going to. You're going to go even faster than what they really wanted to.
Yeah.
Because they'll be that hyped up that they'll want to. They'll want to go really fast to show you that how fast to go in the. Yeah.
That's true, isn't it? That's what some people do, don't they? Yeah.
I think it's because I'm all a bit. Because I know you're playing the role, but you played it really well as though you're not going to move me from 30.
You've got to persuade me. So if you'd have pursued it a little bit further about the fact that if we force somebody to go around maybe, and they're doing it because they're frustrated because I'm not making progress when it's quite obvious that I can do, they could make that decision at the wrong time.
Yeah. Which
could then put them in danger, but it also put us in danger.
Well, a few of them did come by, didn't they? But there weren't many. But
there was no danger there, was there? But you could have emphasised the fact that there possibly could have been, if there'd been something coming the other way, or they maybe have made that decision on the approach to a bend, or something like that. Then we're making them make a decision that they don't really need to make. Because if I'd have been going at the speed limit, they'd have just quite happily tootled along behind us at 60, wouldn't they? Rather than.
I think I gave up soon, because I'd mentioned them things. But I thought I'm going down a dead end path. I felt as though I did. But there were a couple of things that the bit where you were close to the curb and I mentioned if you put your head in the steering wheel in the middle and you did it all night then.
Did it work? It did, didn't it? Brilliant.
And then when you got a bit close and you saw that kid and I said you're a bit close, imagine if he'd have walked out and you went, oh, yeah. So that
now
worked.
I'm convinced. Yeah. My God, I could have run that child over. Particularly as I've already said to you, I've seen that advert on television. And it said, I saw that little girl that got knocked down, and if she'd have been over 30, she'd have died.
Well, that just made up that.
No, have you not seen it?
No.
It's ages ago, it used to be on telly. But it was I think it was trying to emphasise the fact that if you keep your speed down in a built-up area, because people go beyond 30, don't they, in a built-up area, and if you hit somebody over 30 miles an hour, they've less chance of survival. And that's what it was basically the point it was getting across.
So what, in that 60 then, what should I just keep saying, get your foot down, get your foot down?
I personally wouldn't say get your foot down. Because what does it mean?
I know it's just a slang word, because I don't know the proper words to say yet.
Yeah.
Well, I said it. Well, I said you want to increase your speed, but I just.
And the answer to that would be no.
I know you kept saying it, so I went into that mode again of, we're all right, we're just go steady.
Just say, can I suggest something? If you just try this for me, just press your gas a little bit more for me.
What happens if you'd have said no? Because somebody might have done, might they?
No, I'm going to play the game then.
Aye.
So, press your gas a bit more for me. Let's see if we can get it up to 40. There, we're at 40. How does that feel? Oh, actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Right, what about a bit more then? Let's see if we can get to 45. and go up in increments with somebody who's terrified of speed and doesn't want to go faster. And then once you get there, you say, now then, how does that feel? How good is that? Now then, because it's safe to do that, we're okay. But of course, if there was any pedestrians or anything else around us, you wouldn't do that. You'd keep it at a speed that was suitable for the
I'm picking
conditions
up
we've
the
got.
fault. I'm listening to you because I'm listening to all you're saying. I'm picking it up and I'm analysing it, but I'm not doing the
You're not making me do it.
I know it's that end bit.
You need control. A little bit more control of it.
Because when I look back on the first one, if I'd have said to you, how far do you need to be away from curb, a metre, well, why didn't you imagine that where the car is? Because I've gone all that hours, if I'd have said that, it's knowing actually what to say.
Yeah.
That's a bit that I'm still got to learn.
Yeah. See, well, you've got to try and think, what do you do? How do you judge it? Is there a way that you judge it? Try and think of something that's similar. That you can sort of draw me towards, and point me in the right direction, that I can maybe come to that conclusion myself.
Because when we drive about, you are doing it by judgment, aren't you? Because you've driven it for years. But as I drive around, I do that heading middle of the road. I say that to a girlfriend. I'll pick a point where I think, I wonder how could I tell a learner? And normally that it's not that far off. Till you get a really narrow road, then you're going to be near a curb, aren't you? But it's all done with. It's mainly judgment.
But on a narrow road, you've got to be near the curve.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter because you're still keeping yourself in the same position in that half of the road.
Yeah, because you'll probably be near a white line anyway.
I've never heard anybody say that before, but it worked. So I'm happy to go with it. I've had other people tell me, keep your hands like that on the tracks. The tracks that it makes on the road. If your hands are at 10 to 2, they go down the tracks, which then sort of keeps you in the middle. But the way you explained it, I thought, okay, we'll go with that.
That's
and
the bit
works.
what I'm lacking in knowledge with having reference points. If a learner, I know you're playing a role, but if a genuine learner makes a mistake, it's knowing what to point out. Because I just do it by judgment, but some pupils might get it with judgment, but they might not, and you can't let them struggle all the time, can you?
No. Sometimes there's neither of you got the answer, but just by having a discussion, you can maybe come up with something that's going to work.
Yeah.
And then you'll remember it. That's how we all come up with ways of putting stuff right, is because we didn't know how to do it in the first place. So we've sort of worked it out between pupil and instructor, and then you keep hold of that one then.
So I am listening.
You did listen a lot better there, didn't you, than you did on the first one?
Yeah, it's just I panic at. You expect it. You expect me saying to you, and everything's going to be hunky dory. You're going to start driving perfect, but it's not. It's not like that, is it? And
No.
if you're on a real test, you're going to be even more nervous, aren't you?
Probably, yeah. That's
So
just the nature of it, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
So what happens? So if I would have gone with what you just said, then where it says just increase your gas a little bit up to 40. How's that feel? Would you play ball in the examiner?
Yes.
Because you get paranoid as if. But the thing is, you're not going to know, are you? If you're just going around houses and you're not mentioning that.
It's just going to carry on doing what we're
I know.
doing.
But you might think in your mind, I won't be when I get ready for test real. I should hopefully be a lot better. But like today, I'd have just carried on going. You'd have just carried on going round in circles, and you wouldn't have known.
Yeah. So you've learned from that, then, haven't you?
Yeah.
You'd do it differently if you were to do it again.
Yeah, but you do a different fault. You'd be going too fast.
Well, so how would you deal with that?
You probably say, I think going too fast is easier because you could say, what happens if a tractor pulled out now and you're going too fast around these bends and you crash into it?
Yeah.
That might wake you up a little bit.
But they're into tractor.
Oh, well, there could be.
But all the time you're going through that questioning, I'm still doing whatever speed I'm doing.
So you'd have to.
You get rid of it first. Get rid of the speed first.
Yeah. So you need to be lowering your speed. What happens if you said, I'm all right as it is? Wouldn't be able
that's
to do
when
that.
safety takes over and you say, foot off the gas. Right, now we've got the speed down. Why were you wanting to go so fast? Is that a safe speed? And then into your questioning. But the first thing you have to do is get that speed off. Safety first, remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I suppose you could argue you should have actually pushed me up to the speed limit first before you start discussing it. Safety first. Because if I'm doing 30 and the traffic behind us, but there was only one occasion we had that black BMW behind us.
Because when we first went into that national speed limit, I'd turned off a bit. I'd gone daft again because we'd gone through that national speed limit before I realised you were doing 30 because I mentioned it and you went, oh, I don't know. So should I have insisted that you got up to 60? But I felt as though I was and you were going, I aren't doing it. But I might, because at the moment I don't know what's right and wrong. I'm getting there. What happens if I'd have carried, because I felt if I'd have kept saying increase your speed, I'd have felt as though I were like putting pressure on you to do it.
And I think you would have been putting pressure on me to do it, which is why I suggested perhaps to do it, say, well, go on, just a bit more gas for me, let's see if we can get up to 35, let's see if we can get up to 40, and do it in little bits. So small bits that, yes, your speed's increasing, but they're not particularly noticing the difference. Whereas if you say, come on, get your speed up, let's have that gas down. And they say, oh, God, it's going to G-forces, we're going to set off really fast. And that may well be what the problem is. Once they get to the speed, they'll be fine. It's just they're picking up speed. So if you do it gradually, they don't notice it as much.
Because when I was saying to you, get your speed, I should have known by your body language, you just didn't want to know. You were talking about something else and you were talking about I aren't doing that. I thought, oh no, I'll just do 30.
So you read it properly.
Yeah.
You'd read it.
Yeah, you automatically pick things up that are wrong. Without gears when you were putting it in neutral. It's working out between you in questions and answers, finding out the reason. How are you going to stop it? Remedial.
But what did you do when you saw that I was going to do it again? At the traffic lights?
Yeah, I told you about it.
Straight away, you prevented it from happening. Yeah. That's what you should do. You should prevent things from happening because you know it's going to happen. Don't let it. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with coming in with a bit of instruction there, just to prevent it. So there you go. You see, that's much better. Because you said, now we're away. Yeah. And it just worked out nicely, didn't it?
So, on a test then, if that examiner had been going really slow, like you were, has he just got one thing in has he got one, is he just waiting for you to say one sentence to get him to you know, like you said, increase your gas, go up to 40, how's that feel, up to 50? Will there be slight variations of that?
Yeah, it'll be variations on a theme. It won't be one specific phrase or sentence, but he will be expecting you to encourage somebody who's frightened and who's reluctant to do something. Not that they won't, they're just reluctant. Because you found out the reason why. You know, someone don't want to go fast because I've ever seen this film. Yeah. So you've got to prove to them that actually it's not as bad as you think.
Because I said
but you've got to be gentle
that happens in built-up areas, but...
Yeah.
You did pick up speed a little bit, but big time
I got up to 40, but then
we were going back into 30, weren't we, Darren?
Yeah. So you were getting there, but you need to get there sooner with it.
Yeah, because the longer it runs on.
Yeah, so don't be frightened of giving some encouragement.
It's not so much being frightened, it's knowing the right thing to say. That's the bit I need to work on.
There's no right thing to say. You don't need to know the right thing. In a way, you knew what to do. You just seemed as though you didn't want to do it because you said, well, I didn't know what I could do there and whether I could do it. Do what you would do normally. If your girlfriend was like that, she said, I'm frightened of this, what would you do?
And if you were doing it all the time, I'd probably pulled up at the side. I'd probably just done what I've just said to you. Well, we have that situation. She has been out doing gears in towards Selcon Blockworks down, going out of Whitler Bridge. And we did get up to 50, 60 there. She was a little bit iffy at first, but I said, you're alright, I've got your back. If you just increase it a little bit. Road's clear, there's hardly any cars. Yeah, you just keep... I think it's little bits in it, you just got to... Because if I say to you, just get your foot down, come on, that's the
bit I don't want to do.
Yeah.
But if you get me to do it a little bit, like you said you've just done with your girlfriend, and a little bit and a little bit and a little bit, I'm going to do that. I think, oh yeah, it's not as bad as I thought. Because then was she okay?
Oh yeah, she was, yeah.
Yeah, and then she'll be fine. Yeah. So you've got to try not to think that we're after something specific, a specific phrase or a specific way of doing something. Be yourself.
Just talk as though you would in a normal.
Yes.
But I know it's because I didn't pick it. I didn't phrase it properly at the beginning. That it just spirals out of control and you just panic and panic and panic. You don't panic, but you just get a bit stressed because you think you're wanting it to act. You're wanting that person to oblige and do it right.
So if one thing doesn't work, don't panic, just try something else. Just try a different approach. Try something different. But there's no rules that say when this happens you must say this, when this happens you must say that. It's not like that.
Are these faults what we've done today for this lesson, are they quite common faults what the examiner will throw in?
Yeah. Yeah. So now you know how to deal with those, don't you?
Yeah, because I've had a similar scenario when I went out with Bob out Chequerfield doing junctions and he was going too fast. And I can remember then I was asking him, I was saying, what happens if this child runs out? Oh, I'm alright, my dad's done it. I've seen all my relations do it and they go fast and I'm doing it. And he kept going on and I'm thinking, and he said that there's got to come a time where you've got to say, right, it's definitely too fast, so you're going to have to get to prompt me and tell me and be forceful. But don't say the word where, oh, you're not going to pass your test.
No, definitely not.
He said, don't say that on your test.
You can always come to it from safety. Always come to things from a safety angle.
Yeah, I think, because that was a safety issue, wasn't it, where you were doing 13 or 60.
Yeah. If something's not right, if it's wrong, it's not safe. Isn't it? No matter what it is, it's not safe.
But
So
you'll
it's
get a
always
lot of
safety.
you'll get a lot of elderly people what have been driving for years. In their mind, they'll be fixed on their mind that they don't want to do more than 40 and a 60. You'll never, and you can tell you get behind them quite a few times, don't you? They'll do 40 and a 60, and when they get into a 30, they'll carry on doing 40.
Some people, no matter how old they are, drive at 40 everywhere.
Yeah.
Regardless, don't they? But if somebody is driving at a slow speed, there might be a reason for it. Yeah, the car might be broken. They may well be very frightened of going fast, in which case then they need some help to get rid of the fear. They might just be unaware of the speed limit. There could be all sorts of different reasons for it.
I'm happy that I listened because I knew you said you were a bit uneasy and you didn't want to go fast because of that little lass what got run over. So I knew when I spotted it and I can analyse it, but getting you to do it's a different thing.
Well, it's something you can work on, isn't it? And think about.
Yeah. I wasn't going to go away from today and like kicking myself. I just wanted to know where I were at.
Yeah.
I think my structure, asking questions at the beginning and stuff's alright. It's just nipping them faults straight away.
I would agree. Shall we go and see
Yeah, go on.
Mr. Martin?
Tell him good news.